G'day everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing and showing you how to play the game For Glory. Now For Glory is a game that is set in Roman times, and the object of the game is you are going to try to win 6 glory tokens by fighting in a number of gladiator arenas. So let's check it out. In the game you've got 3 different decks of cards that you're going to be creating a market with. You have the gladiator supply deck, the training supply deck, and then the economy supply deck. The gladiator deck is going to have a whole bunch of different gladiators that you're going to be able to purchase and use, and the gladiators are going to have certain things on them. Right over here, this is the amount of influence that is going to be required from patrons, which you'll be able to get from this deck in order to go ahead and put this gladiator into an arena. Right over here, this is going to be an effect that you'll be able to have. Right here is its attack power, this is its defense power, and right over here is its agility, and whichever side has the most amount of agility is going to be the side that attacks first. This is the cost of the gladiator that you're going to need to pay in order to put it into your deck. And right over here is what is called its bloodlust level. Right here we have 3 arenas that you're going to have a chance to play through. You have 2 fleeting glory arenas and then 1 lasting glory arena. Right over here are glory tokens, and if you are able to win a battle over here in these arenas, then you're going to be able to go ahead and pick up the glory token, and the object is to get 6 of them. This over here is a reigning champion token, and if you're able to win the battle, you're going to go ahead and move this over to your side like so. The lasting glory arena, you're going to go ahead and swap these out at the end of every round. Now as you're entering gladiators into this arena over here, the bloodlust level is going to increase. This is a bloodlust level of 1, this is 1 of 2, and you're just going to add those up as they are getting added into these arenas. The boast card here is going to tell you what the bloodlust level needs to reach before you go to the arena phases, which is when you're going to battle. Right now it's at 6, and it's going to go ahead and increase. In the game, you're going to receive a deck of your own cards. You're going to have cards that have coins on them, some cards that will have effects on them. This one, you'll have a senator, this is going to gain you influence. You'll also get a couple of beginner gladiators. And in the beginning, you'll start with 7 cards. These cards are going to help you with attack and defense. As you are doing these battles over here in the arenas, you're going to be able to play these cards. Here's a card that says, when damage is assigned, prevent any amount of damage to a target gladiator. Some of these are going to be offensive, some of these are going to be defensive, and you'll be able to play these as you're going into the battles. And mainly the thing what you're looking for is the senators that will have this amount of influence on here. Influence is going to be needed in order to get gladiators out. Like this gladiator requires 2 influence, this senator gives 2 influence. So if you get this senator onto your card over here, then you'll be able to play your gladiators. Okay, so first we're going to start with a Machinations Phase. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And we'll start with this. This first one is ready patrons in arenas. You will skip this on your first turn. Then now you'll get to take actions. The first action you'll be able to do is buy. So let's say it's my turn, and I have got 4 coin cards here and a couple of these. So let's say I want to go ahead and buy this senator over here. He costs 5. So I'll turn in these 4 coin cards, turn in 1 coin, and then I'll discard these, and then I'll go ahead and take this senator here and put it here in my discard pile like so. Another one I can do is play, and in this case I can go ahead and play cards from my hand. I have a crooked senator, so I'll go ahead and put him over here in my villa. I also have a gladiator that I can play, so let's say I decide I'm going to play my gladiator over here. I also have a scheme card that I can play. This says gain 1 coin token, and you may discard the face-up cards from 1 supply deck, then turn 3 new cards from that supply deck face up. Let's say I don't want to do that now, so I'll go ahead and discard this card. There's also a option to reserve. Now reserving is going to be done anytime you have cards that you draw that are from the training deck here. So let's say I happen to have these 2 cards in my hand. This will allow me to help battle, so I can go ahead and reserve these and place these here like so. If I want to get them back, what I'll do is I'll purchase all the cards that I have here for 1 coin. So right now I've got 2 cards, so that's going to require me to pay 2 coins later on. I will go ahead and discard my remaining hand, and so I only have 1 card left, so I'll play that. I'll go ahead and refill this supply, and each player will go ahead and do this. And then I will go ahead and redraw back up to 7 cards. And I've run out, so whenever that happens, I'll just simply reshuffle and then complete my draw like so. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and check for the arena phase. So to do this, I'm going to look to see what the bloodlust level is. Right now it's at 1, and the boast level is 6, so we're not going to go to the arena phase yet. For the arena phase to get activated, as I said, the amount of gladiators' bloodlust level is going to have to be equal to or greater than the boast level over here. Now, the person who has what is called the crowd favor token, after his turn is over, that is going to activate the arena phase if all of the requirements have been met to reach this number. So for example, we've beaten the boast level, but since I'm the one that has the crowd favor token, I'm going to be able to go ahead and take a turn. So on my turn, let's say I decide I'm going to go ahead and play him, and I've taken my turn. And now we're going to go to the arena phase since I have gone and completed my turn. So for the arena phase, you're going to go through some steps. First step is late registration. Anybody that has a gladiator in their hand, they can go ahead and late register at the cost of 3 coins. So let's just say I decide to spend these 3 coins, and I can go ahead and put Gallus over here on my side like so, a gladiator. Player 2 is going to go ahead and do the same thing, and we'll swap back and forth until we're done. And then we're going to go into fighting the battles. So let's go ahead and just use this one right here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to look at the agility of each of side. I've got 3 here. My opponent has 0. So I'm going to go ahead and attack first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick this gladiator. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to target this one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and look and see if I have any tactic cards that I would like to play alongside. So let's say I decide I'm going to go ahead and play this one. This says deal 2 damage to a target gladiator. So then I'm going to go ahead and take 2 of these little tokens and put it next to the gladiator that I'm targeting. My opponent's going to have an opportunity to play a reaction card. So let's say he plays this counterattack, and this card says, when damage is assigned, you can reassign up to 3 damage from one target gladiator to another target gladiator. So let's say player 2 decides he wants to go ahead and play it on this one over here. And now I will once again have a chance to play a reaction card. And let's say I decide I'm not going to go ahead and play a reaction card. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tap him and do an attack on Cestus over here. Again, this will give Cestus an opportunity to play a reaction card, and let's say he doesn't have any. So we will go ahead and put the damage here. Now we're going to assign the damage. So Cestus is going to get 2 damage, and he is also going to get 2 damage. So both of these gladiators are going to be out of play. So what you'll do is you'll put these gladiators out of play, and then each player who lost a gladiator is going to go ahead and receive 1 coin. These cards will go back to their owners, and since I have a gladiator left standing over here, I'm going to go ahead and win this glory token and also this. Now, if we were in a situation where the gladiator actually survived my attack, then what's going to happen is he's going to have a chance to attack me. So it's going to go back and forth like that. Now, if I end up winning a battle over here, a couple things are going to happen. If I cleared out these gladiators, I would take these glory tokens and place them here. I would also receive this lasting glory arena card. This has, all of these are going to have abilities. This one says each of your gladiators get +1 attack. So what this simply means is that I'm going to be able to have this here, and this is going to last throughout the rest of the game, this ability. For winning the Lasting Glory Arena, I'm also going to go ahead and take the Boast card and put it into my deck. This card doesn't do anything, it's just junk, so if I can try to get rid of it whenever I draw it, that would be a good thing. Then what you'll do is you'll do the resolution over here, and I'll just list it here for you to see. And after you do that, you're going to go ahead and go back to the top of the Machinations Phase and do it again. And you're just going to continue to play until one player has reached 6 glory tokens, and that player will be the winner of the game. I really like the theme of the game. I've always been a fan of Roman history, and I think this game does a good job with the theme. With the 3 different decks that you have, where you can get influence, where you can get gladiators that are going to need the influence, and where you can also get tactic cards and reaction cards to those reactions, the fight system is pretty cool. So you can attack somebody, and then they can react to your attack, and then you can react to their attack, just like in a gladiator movie, where somebody might come with a sword, somebody might take the shield, somebody might try to go this way, and then somebody else can try to hit them with something else. So it's a very cool little system. I enjoy the back and forth of the game like that. So the thing is, though, you have to try to balance out what kind of cards you have, I believe. You're going to definitely need those tactic and reaction cards to help you out in some of these battles, especially if you have a weaker gladiator. However, you're also going to have stronger gladiators, but to get those, you're going to have to end up getting those senators and those things that can help grant you influence. There's also cards that will help you have more coins in your hand too. So I think the game is very balanced. You just have to kind of figure out how you want to go about it and kind of watch what your opponent is doing. It might take a little time getting used to playing those reaction cards and figuring out when to play them as the tactic cards as well. Because you have to assign the damage, and then you have to reassign the damage, and then you also have to go ahead and put the damage on those gladiators that are taking it. But the back and forth, you just have to kind of keep up with it. I enjoyed this game. It's a fairly easy game to learn. So if you're a fan of deck building games, if you're a fan of fighting games, or if you're a fan of Roman history, check this game out. It's got a good fight system, it's got a good theme, and I enjoyed it. All right, guys, that's my review of For Glory. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.